room was used once again. This time they turned the room upside down and blood flowed everywhere. Literally. 500 gallons of fake blood flooded the set, which got all over the wires, causing electrical issues, and even one crew member was electrocuted during the scene. Multiple events inspired Wes Craven to create A Nightmare on Elm Street. Here, I'll let him tell you.
The beginning of A Nightmare on Elm Street really came to me with a series of articles in the LA Times about young men who were dying in the middle of nightmares. They were specifically from the Asian Rim. In this particular case, a young man had a severe nightmare and told his parents, "I can't go back to sleep, I'm going to die, I just know it." And the father was a physician and said, "Let me give you some sleepy pills." The kid didn't sleep the first night, and then in the second night, he didn't sleep again, and then it became clear that he was trying to stay awake despite everything. And finally, the kid fell asleep, and they took him upstairs and put him to bed, thinking, thank God, that little crisis is over. And in the middle of the night, they heard screams and ran into the room, and he was thrashing on the bed horribly. Literally before they got to him, he fell still, and he was dead.
And just in case you're not feeling bad enough for this kid yet, keep watching.
In the aftermath, the parents found all the sleeping pills. He had not taken them, he had hidden them in the bed. And they also found a Mr. Coffee machine in his closet with a hidden extension cord that went to the nearest plug, which was, to me, it was just so out of a movie. What if there was somebody in his dream that was, who killed him, what killed him? I said, okay, so what if it's a guy? My old Bible training, the sins of the parents being visited on the children. I said, perfect, it's something the parents did to him, and just kind of pieced it together from there.
Craven was also inspired by some traumatic childhood events.
There was this incident of myself as a child lying in bed at night and heard this mumbling and couldn't figure out what the hell it was, so I crept to the window, and there was this man who, if you would say, oh, put Freddy down the street, that's what he would look like, Somehow he sensed that somebody was watching, and he looked right up into my eyes. When I jumped back in the room and sat on the edge of the bed waiting for him to go away. When I went back, and he was still there, and he just went, and then he started walking. The thing that struck me most about that particular man was that he had a lot of malice in his face, and he also had this sort of sick sense of humor about how delightful it was to terrify a child.
And where does the name Freddy come from?
Fred Krueger, Mom. Fred Krueger.
It was the name of Wes's childhood bully. I hate bullies. Charlie Sheen auditioned for the role of Glenn and was almost hired, but he wanted too much money, and New Line Cinema couldn't afford him.
Charlie Sheen wanted the role, but he wanted $3,000 a week, and we didn't have it.
With Sheen out of the picture, how did they decide to cast Johnny Depp as Glenn? Easy. Wes Craven's daughter told the director that Depp was so dreamy that he must cast him.
My daughter said, Dad, Johnny Depp. I said, really? But he looks kind of sickly and pale. She says, he's beautiful. And that was it.
Freddy has been called a pizza face for many years, but few people know how close to the truth they actually are. Makeup effects artist David Miller was having pizza at a restaurant one night when he began playing with the pizza on his plate. He was shaping the cheese around the pepperoni and ended up making Freddy's face on the pizza, and the rest is history.
It's a boy!
The next fact comes with a bit of controversy. We know how fans reacted when someone else tried to take on the role of Freddy Krueger, besides Robert Englund. But what if Englund had never been cast as Krueger? Well, that's almost what happened. Actor David Warner, most known for his roles in Titanic, Star Trek, Tron, and In the Mouth of Madness, was originally cast as Freddy Krueger. As a matter of fact, makeup effects artists even tested some designs with the actor in mind. This image is a popular one among Nightmare fans, as they believe it's Warner himself in the makeup. It's been proven that it's not, and despite makeup effects artists claiming that Warner was in line for the role, the validity of this claim has been disputed by not only Bob Shaye and Wes Craven, but by Warner himself. He had this to say: "People have often asked me, well, why didn't you play Freddy Krueger? I honestly cannot remember being asked to play the character at all. I was very busy at the time and meeting a lot of people. So unless my agent got it and turned it down without my knowing it, which would be unethical, I don't really remember anything in my past regarding A Nightmare on Elm Street." Who do you believe? Was Warner the original Freddy Krueger? Leave your comment below and let me know. There's no disputing that Freddy Krueger's glove is not only iconic, but it's one of the scariest and most creative slasher weapons we've ever seen. That being said, it's a ruthless implement of pain, and that's even true for Krueger himself. The first time actor Robert Englund put the glove on, it cut him. Hey, you be good. New Line Cinema was so hard up for money that the printing lab wouldn't release the print of the film to the studio, because they hadn't been paid. Bob Shaye, founder of New Line Cinema, would even go as far as putting his house on the line to raise finances for the film, which cost $1.8 million to make. An amount of money the film would make back after its release in only 72 hours.
Bob Shaye had basically leveraged his ass off on the first one. He'd sold all the rights off to get the movie made.
Wes Craven wasn't the only legendary horror director on set. Sean Cunningham, that's right, the man who brought us the classic Friday the 13th, directed some scenes for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Actress Heather Langenkamp may have beat Freddy up pretty good at the end of A Nightmare on Elm Street, but she had to beat out over 200 actresses just to get the chance. The competition was stiff for the role of Nancy Thompson. Actresses who tried out include Jennifer Grey, Demi Moore, Courtney Cox, Tracy Gold, and Claudia Wells. I don't know about you, but I think Freddy would have looked great in a TalkHorror t-shirt. Make sure you click on that link in the description below and check out some of our awesome designs.
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. You gonna take that dip?
Director of the first film, Wes Craven, didn't return for A Nightmare on Elm Street 2 because he didn't want to work on something he didn't own the rights to.
You know, I didn't want to keep going on something that was owned by somebody else.
Plus, he didn't have the greatest relationship with New Line Cinema founder Bob Shaye.
I don't think that there was a real conversation about Wes doing Nightmare 2 because he and Bob had such a stressed relationship. It was a long time before I think they spoke to each other.
They did send Craven the script for the sequel, allowing him to give notes on it, but they didn't actually want his input.
I thought the script was quite inferior, and I had a lot of notes, and they said, we just want to shoot this, so off they went.
Director Jack Shoulder was not a fan of the original film.
I was never a huge fan of the original. I mean, I understood why it was good, and I understood why it was successful.
Therefore, he felt like he could play around with the story as much as he wanted, flat out ignoring the rules director Wes Craven established in the first movie. That's why we see Freddy attacking kids at a pool party in the real world rather than just coming after them in their dreams.
I felt no compunction to follow the template of the first film.
Several people did not like this, including Wes Craven, go figure, and Robert Englund.
I remember really bringing up the script issues and saying, this is really, really problematic, especially the ending.
I do remember Freddy coming out at a pool party and feeling like, oh my God.
Wes objected to the fact that Freddy appears when everybody's awake.
There's certain rules you don't break. In the Wes Craven Bible, we broke a couple of rules.
If he's out someplace, just out in the open and surrounded by big teenagers, it's not going to have the power. You know, it's just you're just running up against a wall right away as a director to make that scary.
Robert Englund's agent wanted a ton of money from New Line Cinema if they wanted Englund to reprise his role as Freddy Krueger. New Line didn't have a ton of money, but they did have a solution.
And Bob Shaye said, why do we need to have Robert Englund? Because he's just a guy in a rubber mask.
They found out pretty quickly that Englund is irreplaceable.
We started Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 with an extra in a rubber suit and mask.
And he was just atrocious. He would walk like a dime store monster. He would sort of hunker around.
Moving around like Frankenstein.
Going like this.
He was just terrible. Terrible.
Leave a comment below if you support Robert Englund as Freddy. Michael J. Fox was originally considered for the role of Jesse Walsh, but was unable to accept due to scheduling conflicts with Back to the Future.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Other actors who auditioned for the role include John Stamos, Christian Slater, and Brad Pitt.
Have mercy.
Founder of New Line Cinema, Bob Shea, originally wanted to play the role of Great. Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going out there on the interwebs?
Hi.
Howdy.
Hi. Hey.
Oh my goodness, don't we have a crazy live stream for you tonight because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing. We don't know why we're here.
No.
Chaos. Madness.
Chaos has ensued.
Whirling and twirling.
Yeah, pretty damn much.
Tell all the fine people here why we don't know what we're doing. So they don't think we're a total...
spazzes.
Schmucks.
Yeah. Okay, so tonight we did have a guest planned and lined up. And at the last minute, and I do mean today, at like 2 p.m.,
yeah,
our guest had some scheduling conflicts,
yeah,
some pretty severe ones, and he had to pull the old pluggarooski on coming on the old TalkHorror tonight. But I had a director lined up for you folks, and then all of a sudden it was like, you know, I'm talking to him, trying to figure things out, trying to figure out when we could do this, you know, in the future, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then it was like, well, shit, I have nothing planned for tonight. He was my plan.
Nope.
So here we are. We figured we would do Ask Us Anything or just hang out with us kind of live stream.
Yeah.
And see how things go. And the goals reflect that. As you can see, our first goal up tonight is $10, and Anna will tell an embarrassing story.
Which means I've got to think of an embarrassing story.
Yeah, and then after we cross that threshold, then I will tell an embarrassing story. That's the next goal.
Because that's the bigger goal, right? Nobody really cares if I have
I just got to throw you out there to the wolves. Yeah, yeah, you're out there to the wolves, man.
For just a few dollars,
yeah,
right?
You got to be the first one to dip your toes in the water.
For just $10, you get an embarrassing Anna story. For a little more money, you'll get an embarrassing Steven story, which
bring it on,
is what
baby.
we all really want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So who all do we have out here? We have J.K., Chad Edmonds, MX, Daughter of Death, IMLMNOP, Gory Tiger, Billy Judd. It's been a while since we've seen Billy Judd,
It has been a while. Hi, Billy Judd.
Billy Judd, where have you been, dude? Oh my goodness. Patty Heckman says we're looking great. Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're looking good too, dang it.
We also have John Heckman, Trav Zimmerman.
Oh my goodness.
Jonas, our boy Jonas. What would we do without you?
Jonas, where you been, bro?
Oh my gosh, the Sarge is in here. Sergeant George, what's up, bud?
Yeah.
Golly.
I know.
The chat has already been hopping.
My goodness gracious sakes alive. Let's move this camera just a little bit closer to me. There you go.
But does that mean I get to move a little closer to you?
Sure, if you want. Whoa, hey, whoa. Let's keep it PG, babe. Christian channel here.
Both hands above the table at all times.
Yeah, this is YouTube.
Okay.
This is like the hallmark of streaming platforms, okay?
Sorry. This is what happens when we don't have a plan for the evening. You're basically just hanging out with us.
Yeah, pretty much.
What it's really like to hang out with us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad, man, I'm glad everything's okay with your moms, dude.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I talked to him a little bit after the stream last time, and sounds like everything's working out.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah, so,
I left my tea over there.
Well, you screwed the pooch, didn't you? Sucks to be you. Okay, yeah, so like I said, we're going to be answering questions tonight. We're going to be having a lot of fun tonight, so anytime y'all want to chat with us, just go ahead, swing your messages on over. We will try to get to them, and we're just going to babble on, talk with you all, and have a good time. So, here is one thing that I saw. Welcome back. Ooh, got the new TalkHorror t-shirt on, too. Look at that, baby. Woo, daggone.
Had to be done.
It had to be done. I'm going to turn our brightness up just a hair.
Oh,
Just
so
a
that
hair.
everyone can see my pale winter face.
Yes, your pale winter face. Diane, I believe we're drinking chamomile tea.
This is sleepy time, which
Oh,
might not
sleepy
have been the best idea at the beginning of a live stream.
Makes sense.
We're gonna get really cozy with you all.
Yeah. Very cozy. Super cozy.
Super, super cozy in our super sweet, spooky mugs.
Yes. Oh, well, let me hold mine up. This was courtesy of Everything Horror Collector.
Yay!
He sent this my way. Check that bad boy out.
What a brute.
All right, man. Sounds like water is winning. I also have water right here. So, I got to keep my hydration levels up. All this talking of horror really takes a lot out of me, babe.
Chad.
Oh my God, Chad is getting it in.
A lot going on in that beverage of yours.
Yeah, no shit, huh? Chad's over there. He's like, I'm drinking Jack Daniels with a twist of lemon, a whole orange, a grape, and some pina colada. Goodness gracious,
pina
Chad. I know, right?
All right, where are the questions at?
Okay, so, but one thing, I have a question.
Oh, sure.
I have a question.
Okay.
And I would like to get everyone else's opinion on this too, so I'd love to hear what the chat has to say. But recently on Facebook, yes, I peruse Facebook sometimes. Please don't
every day.
Please don't beat me with a stick. It's like the social influencer's curse. You kind of have to be on social media, and like Facebook is.
Well, and to be fair, in West Virginia, it is like the primary form of communication.
Yeah, that is
discovered.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah.
That's when the film crew was out here, actually, and I was part of that, and I was talking to them and everything. People, a lot of them, like 90% were from out of state. They were from like California, some were from Atlanta, some, blah blah blah. States with a population. States where people live.
Yeah.
And they were confused. I remember hearing people talk like, how the hell? They're like, Yelp isn't a thing out here.
No.
And, all these others, they're not a thing. I'm like, you have to be on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in West Virginia land, you have to be on Facebook, because that's where all the events are going to be posted, and that's even very sporadic. Like 90% of the time, things happen and we don't know about them until they're gone or over.
Yeah. When we were doing Weird and Wonderful, I fell back into California habits and looked on Yelp for places for us to eat, only to discover that I had to go check out Facebook.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah. So I'm on Facebook. I mean, you have to, and when the power goes out or blah, 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 a lot of people, it's the equivalent of somebody standing up on a box and yelling the town's updates.
The town crier.
The town crier.
Is Facebook?
Is Facebook out.
Okay. That's legit. That's true. That's a good analogy.
So I was on Facebook. And I saw this post from these people talking about Scream, and they were talking about the Scream franchise, and they said, and once again, I want the chat's opinion on this, they said that to them, because multiple people agreed with this, Scream does not suffer from franchise fatigue. They said that they thought the really great thing about Scream was that every movie, and there's 6 of them now, that every movie you get a new killer, and it's not the same old slasher over and over that has problems with continuity to where you have to be concerned about the lore, you have to be concerned about this and that. They don't have to figure out a way to break Michael Myers out of Smith's Grove for the 30th time on October 30th. And I was reading that and I was like, I can see their point, but I disagree.
Some of their points.
Some of them, because Ghostface, we're at 6 movies now. There has been, 5 copycat? Or, well, no, because in some movies there's multiple copycats.
Right.
How many fucking every new Scream movie introduces a new copycat. That is the entire setup.
Right.
for every Scream, Ghostface is back, and we don't know how to stop him or who this is.
Right.
And the whole trailer for the new one is, Gale is talking to Ghostface on the phone, and Gale is saying, this never works out for the guy in the mask. And he's like, yeah, but you've never faced a ghost face like me before, Gale. There's only been 40 of us. And, I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking shit about Scream. I like Scream, and they're a slasher. You can put them on and watch them.
Yeah.
But to me, I like that the other franchises, like your Freddys and Jasons, and God knows they went astray, askew, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Sure.
They may have went off course. But how many serial killers in real life, because those really exist, have we had that have had copycats?
Well, especially multiple copycats.
Copycats.
Years and years of copycats. Like, nobody, ever.
Yeah, so it's like, that is a really tired plot point for me. There have been more copycats in Scream than there have been times when Michael Myers had to escape Smith's Grove.
Well, and how many people want to kill one girl?
Well, that's true.
I mean...
But I guess that's not
in a way that world where they would actually try, not in that, like, I hit her, hope she dies,
but
not like that.
I guess that's not going to happen in Scream 6 because Nev Campbell did not return.
Uh-huh. So... No, but somebody wants to kill Gale again.
That's true.
Somebody always wants to kill Gale.
Yeah. So... I totally disagree, while Scream... There's, positives about Screams that maybe other slashers didn't do, blah, 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 blah. But franchise fatigue is not one that it has a leg up on anyone else on.
Agreed.
And I will also say that I think it takes creativity to continue a franchise and try to keep that, try to keep it being Jason. Or try to keep it being Freddy. And like I said, that shit went off the rails at some point, but, that's why, to me, the Saw franchise is one of the strongest, because Jigsaw died in part 3, and they continued the story, and they continued it very well, at least in the original franchise. Nate Blanche with the bloody buck, man. Nate! Yeah, he wants to know your embarrassing story. $9 more.
$9 more, and you guys can have an Anna original.
An Anna original.
An Anna original.
Yeah, an
authentically Anna original story.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah. Yeah, so, to speak on, Daughter of Death said she heard Tubular Bells. Yes, you did. That's my ringtone. And, yeah, I have
Your ringtone isn't Tubular Bells.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it the theme song to The Exorcist?
Yeah, that's Tubular Bells.
No, it's not. Tubular Bells is,
No, it's Tubular Bells.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought Oh. I don't know why. I thought Tubular Bells was dun 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 dun. That.
Oh no.
What is that one called? It's Carol of the Bells.
There you go.
Carol of the Bells.
Oh my God.
Bells.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Not really.
No.
I just didn't know the theme song to The Exorcist was called Tubular Bells.
Yeah, it is.
I just thought it was the theme song to
So
The
that's
Exorcist.
my ringtone. I do have my phone on Do Not Disturb, but a favorite contact. Oh my God, YouTube, get with the shiznit. Nate did that like 30 years ago.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, he did that
ago.
last Halloween, YouTube.
So last year, Halloween.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, YouTube is suffering from donation fatigue.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
YouTube is suffering from YouTube fatigue.
Yeah. Oh my God, so let's see. Let's see.
I guess not.
What?
DOD is asking me, side note, Anna, have you heard the whole Tubular Bells?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It kind of goes off the rails after the iconic theme.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, considering I only thought it was the theme song to The Exorcist. clearly. I have not heard the whole song. Who wrote it? Do we know?
I cannot remember.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, let's see here.
Me geek out on the music. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. Anna's like, can we get a discography here? Oh my God. So I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? Did you think that Scream suffered from franchise fatigue? Is it?
Yes.
I say yes.
Yeah.
Michael Oldfield.
Michael Oldfield.
There you go.
Thank
It's
you, JP.
about 20-some minutes, yes.
It is.
Billy
wow.
Judd says, yes, Scream suffers from franchise fatigue. Let's see here. Okay, Billy Judd, we will take your word for it. Nobody else chimed in. Billy Judd's word is law.
It is law.
That's what you get. You people should be on your damn keyboards. Put down the drink. Get your keyboards in your hand. This is an Ask Us Anything. Let's get to it, people.
JK wants to know if you have ever seen the Netflix series for Scream.
Unfortunately, I saw some of it, JK.
I thought you were going to say, unfortunately, no, I haven't seen it. But
No, it's... And
I
I refuse to revisit or blah, blah, blah. Like, it's... No, it's not up my alley whatsoever.
No, not your jam?
No, not at all.
I haven't seen it at all, so...
Let's see here. Chad Edmonds said, Scream didn't have the every year Friday the 13th fatigue. They tried, and then their popularity died off. And then they had to come back with a sequel that was like 10 years after the last one, and then of course we get like the new requel like just a couple years ago or whatever. So it's like they would have milked that cow,
right,
if not for Scream 3 shitting the bed. So JK says, yeah, I think so. I love the first 4 movies, but it really isn't scary. So JK thinks it suffered from franchise fatigue as well, and he also did not like the Scream TV series. Nate Blanche asks, well, okay, first, let's see here. I'm going to go in a little bit of order here. Alyssa Stansberry. Have seen been released new horror movie. Peacock did both Halloween, new Megan movie theater. Okay,
yeah, I'm not sure.
Alyssa, I appreciate you coming in and dropping a comment, but it's a little unintelligible.
No, just a little hard to unpack.
We're not
sure what you want to know from us.
Yeah. Daughter of Death said, what is a good first date horror film? Why, Bride of Chucky, of course.
Yes, it is.
But it also depends on the person you're going with, and if you know them. Like, I will throw somebody right on into the deep. No, I won't.
No,
I was pretty safe with you, but I have
But you had known me for 10 years too before.
True.
Before the date.
I have had some blunders in that area. But I will say, if you have someone that is super,
a fellow gorehound?
No, not a fellow gorehound. If you have a fellow gorehound, you could throw on literally anything. If you have somebody that is super new to the genre, they're just dipping their toes in the water there, Warm Bodies. Or something like Zombieland.
Warm Bodies is really cute. Zombieland.
It's gore, but it's comedic, and you have the love angle with Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone. And
Jesse Eisenberg just grates.
But it doesn't focus on the gore. There's a lot of humor that breaks up that gore. So, Warm Bodies, Zombieland, Bride of Chucky.
Yeah. They've got a little romance mixed in with the horror.
Let's see here. MX wants to know, what is the best horror movie you've ever watched? The Exorcist.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist? You're going with Poltergeist?
Yeah, but The Exorcist is. I mean, they're right. Both 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 films, man.
Nate Blanche wants to know, and thank you guys for coming in with the questions. I'm loving it.
We're warming up.
I'm loving it.
We're warming up.
Now, if only we could hit that goal, we could get an embarrassing story out of you. I even want to know what the hell is going on there. I might have to donate some money. But Nate Blanche wants to know, have you guys ever had sleep paralysis? He has not. Yes, I've had it. I haven't had it in a while. It pops up very randomly for me. I got it mostly when I was a child, and that's when it was the creepiest, because you have no idea what the hell it is.
Yeah.
You know, now that the internet is everywhere and there's videos there with my and memes about it. Oh, my sleep paralysis demon watching me from the corner of and all this shit. When you were a kid,
no idea what's going on.
You had no clue what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I would wake up, essentially, and it typically wasn't at night, but I would wake up and I never saw anything scary while I was in sleep paralysis. I never saw it was just like the normal world. I didn't hallucinate anything like that, but I could see people move, you know, in the house with me. I could see them moving around. I could hear them talking and all this, but I literally couldn't move, and I just had to lay there.
Wow.
And it sucked. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Patty and Big Paw with the $20.
Yay, Patty and Big Paw.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to share an embarrassing story after we finish up talking about sleep paralysis. Wake up.
Okay. Now, I've suffered from sleep paralysis a number of times. I've actually had the, like, Dark Man. Have you guys heard of the Dark Man phenomenon?
I've heard of the Dark Man, the Shadow Man.
Yeah. So I've had that, but only, like, once or twice. But I've had sleep paralysis more than that. As a matter of fact, I think you've had to wake me up a number of times. At least, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just something blends between, like, the nightmare and being awake, and you're just trapped, and and I've laid there like trying to scream, and really it's just like a little squeaks or moans, and it wakes him up enough to where he gives me a good shake.
Yeah, that would be super, super scary to be paralyzed and see something there that is like out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
That would be horrible. Yeah, mine was like I said, I just had to lay there and it sucked, and I didn't. And of course, like, your mind starts to race because you had. It became so often that I knew what it was, and I would just try my best. You have to do one of two things. It's either go back to sleep, or I would try my best to move my eyes or say something.
Wow.
And
that's really aware. I don't think I've ever been that aware that I was like, oh, I'm safe, I'm in bed, this is just sleep paralysis, go back to sleep or wake up, whatever. Never. I'm always terrified, always.
It actually got to a point. It actually got to a point to where if I had a nightmare, I could wake myself up.
Wow.
I knew how to wake myself up. All I'd have to do is force my eyes open. I could do that in my sleep.
Wow.
I guess that's because of like the experimenting with the sleep paralysis when it would come on. But like I said, it happens very rarely now, and
nobody does talk in his sleep. There, I shared something embarrassing.
Hey! And it's very rare and random when I do get the sleep paralysis. But it's still the same thing. It's like, okay, either I'm going to force myself no matter what to move something, like you got to concentrate on one limb, or I'm going to close my eyes and go to sleep. And it seems like closing your eyes and just sucking it up and accepting it is more nerve-wracking than, trying to wake up. For whatever reason, I don't know what sleep paralysis does. I guess just where it's unnatural and your brain panics.
Yeah.
But, yes, Nate Blanche, great question, man.
Yeah, interesting question.
So I'm trying to keep up with all the comments here, folks, I promise. You have to tell us an embarrassing story.
Now, this was a hard ask for me because So I'm sure Patty and John Heckman will tell you. I don't embarrass easy.
Yeah.
I just don't. It's really hard to embarrass me. I think things are funny. Like, if, more than I think that they're embarrassing. So I have to reach, like, to the way, way back to find something. And I would say that to this day, the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, I was in, I think, 8th grade, maybe 7th. Yeah. I have a younger sister who's only 1 grade below me in school. And so, picture it. The 90s. Middle school. Middle school is horrible for everybody, right? Like, it's just, ugh.
Yeah.
We were at recess, and on a dare, my little sister...
Oh, my God.
...pantsed me in front of the whole school. Maybe like to paint the picture properly. My underpants did not come down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. There I was, like a 12, 13-year-old girl standing there in her panties.
That is fucking... Because
in front of the whole school.
That is at the perfect age that you do not do that to a girl.
Oh, man. Oh, period. It was horrible. I cried. I cried so hard that she cried. Like... So the principal called us into the office, and we both just sat there crying. It was horrible. I was so embarrassed. Because you can't, like, if you're an adult and still getting as embarrassed as you could at 12, like, something's wrong. Like, nothing, you can never be as embarrassed by anything as you were at 12. Like, that age is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the worst age to do that to a girl. Absolutely.
Right.
Because there's so much going on, and you're starting to like boys, and you're realizing the social hierarchy and all of this. And so, Michelle, I will never forgive you.
So no, I mean to shed some light on my sister. I was wearing. We went to a Catholic school. I was wearing a skirt.
Even worse.
We went to a Catholic school. I was wearing a skirt, and she assumed I had my gym shorts on under my skirt.
Oh my god.
So she thought she was like basically pranking me, and it would be okay because I'd have my gym shorts on. I didn't because we didn't have gym that day, so I wasn't even worried about it. I wasn't one of those girls that like obsessed about wearing shorts under their skirt every time they wore a skirt. It was like, So I didn't. I didn't have my gym shorts on, so she was horrified too.
Oh my god.
I didn't stay mad at her or anything like that, but
I have, damn it.
But the embarrassment has lived inside me.
Ever
since. It's like, yeah.
Oh my god.
I can't really think of another like that's takes the cake.
Wow.
My most embarrassing story.
Wow.
You're welcome.
So that's your most embarrassing story. Well,
as far as I know, yeah.
Yeah, so the new goal is up, folks. $10 and I'll tell an embarrassing story.
It's got to be better than that one, right?
Yeah. So let's, we'll see what happens there. And let's see here. So we got some new comments here, some new questions here, and TJ Johns wants to know if we are anime fans. He recommends Akira Ninja Scroll. Actually, I was just talking to someone. Patty trying to jump the line one goal at a time there, bro.
Oh. Yeah, you can't. What?
Yeah, what? We see what you doing there.
At a time.
Yeah.
We paid for both stories. She's cute.
She is cute. Looking very cute tonight, Patty. I love it. I love the cut of your jib.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Johns, I am open to recommendations. I have never watched an anime. I've never been into it, but I was recently talking with my niece, and she's into it.
Yeah.
And all about it, and
time.
I was like, I would watch one with her or for her.
I have, dipped my toes into the world of anime.
Dang.
But that's it. Like, just, just dipped my toes.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I mean? Yeah.
So Briggs is in here arguing.
Some Vampire Hunter D, which I keep telling him he would like, but anyways.
Listen, JK, I'm going to go ahead, before we even get started on Briggs, you know what? don't listen to anything he says, JK, because I was just talking to Briggs about Grave Encounters the other day, and I was like, who's your favorite character, man? Mine is Houston, and he's like, mine is Kenny, the caretaker, who literally has 10 seconds in the movie and does nothing.
Briggs.
So JK, don't entertain him. If you want to ask me about The Butterfly Effect, which is a movie we just watched,
so good, and
I love to death, JK wants to know if it's considered horror or whatever. I believe that was the question, right, JK? I almost lump it in there. It's so damn... It's
really dark.
Ooh, it's intense.
Yeah, I don't... There are some moments that will horrify you.
Yeah.
Does that make it a horror? It's... Yeah.
DOD said Kenny. What the hell? DOD. Oh my. Well, then who the hell did Briggs like? Well, we'll blame it on Briggs anyway.
Billy Judd wants to know, will Tara Carpenter die in Scream 6? Yes.
Everybody dies. Everybody dies. Sharon Nyberg, hello, my friend. Welcome back to the stream of Ruski. I'm glad to see you here, Horror Fammy.
Dude, I really like Jake the Horror Movie Geek's question.
Oh, what did he say?
Who's your favorite Dream Warrior?
Jake, are you still here with us, my friend? Because A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is my favorite entry in the series.
Taryn's mine. Taryn's my favorite.
Oh, you're going with Taryn?
I went first. Taryn.
Because you're beautiful and bad. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh my God, that is so tough for me. I've never thought of who my favorite Dream
Kincaid is his favorite.
I love Kincaid. Kruger!
You know.
Yeah. I do love Kincaid. But I love them all. I love Taryn so much. I would love to know what... Let's see, God, who was the one, I know his name, and I'm the one who had the Freddy puppet. Freddy was puppeteering him. Oh my God, it's right there.
Oh God.
He did a selfish thing. I keep wanting to call him Will, and Will's the one in the wheelchair.
Will's the one in the wheelchair.
Philip! Yes! Philip! Thank you, Jake. I've always wanted to know what his dream power would have been.
Yeah, he was cool.
Like, would he have had an army of puppets helping him? That would have been badass.
Or terrifying. Or both.
Yes. MX, do you know your niece is watching your live? Hi.
Yes, that's why we're trying to watch our language.
We're trying to be good, I promise. JK, is Kevin Williamson still writing the Scream films? I don't know. I haven't even paid attention.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
Kind of... No, that's embarrassed. No, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, now that is embarrassing. But it's like anybody could... I mean, no offense. I like the Scream film, but anybody could write them
at this point, right? There's a definite formula.
There's been a formula since for God's sakes.
I mean, it's a formula that makes fun of the formula.
It is.
Right?
But, yeah.
What is your true opinion on Rage Carrie 2?
Oh my God, let's not even go there.
Chad Edmonds wants to know.
Chad, I am not an Angela Bettis fan. I never have been, and I never understood why people were. But, so, maybe I went into it with a little bit of bias, but... Or no, wait. Yeah, the Rage Carrie 2 was Angela Bettis, and then, like, the Rage, one of the Carrie remake was, the chick from Mighty Ducks, right? God, there's just so much that's been done with Carrie now. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not really a fan, man. Or I'd know, Jonas leaving early. What?
But Jonas, we need you.
Oh my God.
Who's gonna moderate for us?
Yeah.
Who's gonna keep these people under control?
Oh my God, Jonas is feeding us to the lion's den here. Oh my God. All right, folks, let's see here. What do you think your dream power would be, Anna?
You know. Moving on. Oh gosh. Wow.
Yeah, there's so much.
This is exciting.
Oh, Nate says you can't keep him under control. I like it, Nate. Run wild, baby.
Get it, Nate.
Yeah, a burning landfill of bad movies has an interesting question for us.
Wow.
I'm loving the name. What inspired that name? What inspired that name? A burning landfill of bad
90s.
Movies. What, the 90s?
Sorry, go ahead.
That could be it. He wants to know which has more potential in your mind, or she, a burning landfill of bad movies. Just you know. Which has more potential in your mind for horror, existential nihilism, or atheistic materialism?
Nihilism. It's the scariest thing in the world. Go ahead.
There we go. There we go. Took the words right out of my mouth, babe. I love you. Yes, Daughter of Death, De Palma did do the best Carrie by far. And then the second best would have to go to Chloe Grace Moretz doing the weird things with her hands as Carrie. At least she tried. And there's not like a lot. No, there's not a lot you could really do with that. So I guess you could go more of the book route.
Yeah.
Where Carrie just messes up the entire town.
Man. Yeah, that's what I would like to see is just...
Yeah, fun fact.
Someone destroy the entire town.
Fun fact, probably, oh my god, it's been over a decade now. A practice script I was writing was a Carrie remake.
Ooh.
So this was before, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, I sat down and wrote out a little bit of a Carrie remake. I had some ideas for it. I can still remember where it was going.
Did you go with her destroying the entire town?
No, I went with a totally different, we'll call it more of an updated story.
Okay.
Probably.
But she doesn't
I wanted
destroy
to
an
do
entire
something
town?
different. No. I wanted to do something different for it.
Why won't anyone let this woman's rage really destroy an entire town?
I know, they should. That's what we need. We need a female Godzilla.
Right?
Just breathing.
Destroy the entire
Didn't South Park do that with Martha Stewart, though? Or, no, that was, who the hell was that? That was, it's that Brian Boitano episode. God, she tried to sing. Big schnozola on her. Yeah, Mecha Streisand. There you go.
Try to sing. Barbara Streisand doesn't try to sing. She's got
can she?
some pipes on her.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is like 100 years ago, but that's not fair.
Yeah.
I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. But whatever. But you know what I mean.
So, a burning landfill of bad movie says, why stop at the town? Carrie messes up the entire world! Yes!
No, I just like that she takes out her town.
I can see her taking on the world, man. Just screw it. Just
no. Jokes aside, I just really did enjoy the book. Like, I liked that, you know.
Yeah.
That's how intense that got.
MX wants to know, have we watched the Conjuring movies? Yes, all of them.
Yes,
we really...
We love the Conjuring
Yeah, we
movies.
model our relationship on...
the Warrens?
Yeah, the Warrens. Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, he sings Elvis songs to me all the time.
And Vera Farmiga and Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Wilson?
Patrick Wilson. I
do love Patrick Stewart,
I always
though.
say that. I always call him Patrick
Always.
Stewart, that bald sumbitch.
I mean, if you're going to get confused with someone,
yeah.
Patrick Stewart's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What a cool cat.
Yeah, but, so it sounds like you found something. Let's hear it,
Samuel Stokes wants to know, what's the funniest scene in Cocaine Bear?
What is the funniest scene in Cocaine Bear? Oh my God, what would it be? The audience we were with was by far the funniest thing to me.
That's the funniest scene for us that night. The kids were hilarious. I'm trying to think of what their funniest moment was.
I loved the baby bears.
The baby bears were really cute.
You know, when it introduced those little guys, fuzzballs running around, just eating cocaine.
Yeah. Oh,
like
you know what I thought? You know what I found wildly inappropriately funny, and also, you know, it was just one of those moments where you're so shocked you laugh really hard. Is when the guy opens the door, the bear's behind him, and the
woman blows his head off. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, man.
There we go.
Shouldn't be funny, but it was.
There we go. We like it. MX, do you think you could go to the Real Conjuring house for a video? I wish. I'd totally go.
I was going to say it's been bought and sold and bought and sold. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. Let's see here.
We have Jordan Graham asking, what's your opinion on the Children of the Corn franchise? Because I've recently started watching them. I just want to know which are terrible without spoiling anything. The first one's great.
The first one's great, and then all of the ones after that are terrible, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time.
It has for me too. When I was maybe 18 or 19, I did a marathon.
Okay. It's probably
and I haven't watched any of them but the first since. So I guess that kind of tells you, like,
oh my god,
the only one I've gone back and watched again was the first one.
Yeah, so me and my friend years ago, and I mean years ago, we did a Children of the Corn marathon as well, and we had fun with it because you're sitting there watching it with a friend who's going to joke about it the entire time, how cheesy it is.
Yeah, I did my marathon with Kelly. So
okay. I did mine with Psycho Stitch.
Perfect.
For those TalkHorror alumni out there.
Yeah.
If anybody knows who he is. We had a great time, but the movies don't expect anything spectacular. None of them are anywhere near the level of the original. And the remake is utter garbage. If, you know, there's...
You know what this does tell me, though?
What?
Is go ahead. Marathon them all. We did. You know what I mean?
Do it with a friend. You know what? Hey, for a plane ticket and $50, I'll come out and do it with you, bro.
There you go.
and some buffalo wings.
There you go.
Yeah. JK says the Children of the Corn franchise is like the Wrong Turn franchise. Yes. The Wrong Turn franchise does get crapped on, but there's been 6 of them. And then a remake, which doesn't even really count. But the Wrong Turn franchise is one of those you can turn on any movie in that franchise and just let it play, and it will be fun. Not good, but it'll be fun, and you won't dislike it. All of them are like body count movies. Yes.
I mean, there are some things in them that are that's particularly gross, though. So, and I don't mean gore, right? There's a lot of incest in those movies, so if that's something that just you're like you can't. I mean, I'm just letting people know.
Oh, but it's something that if you're into horror movies, we've oddly come to accept, and if you're on any.
Oh, but this is it's graphic, though.
Oh, okay.
Like graphic,
but not really. Yeah. And I'm gonna say because they're like mutants.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
to me, okay. So to me, it's creepier. No. To me, it's creepier with the incest in The People Under the Stairs and Sleepwalkers.
Oh, Sleepwalkers is creepy. But I would still, if we were recommending Sleepwalkers, I would still be like,
well, because
FYI, there's some incest.
In Wrong Turn, yes, there's incest, but you don't even know what the fuck these people are. Are they cousins? Are they brothers? You have no. It's just mutants, and it's there just to gross.
Oh, they're
you
siblings.
Out.
Like they definitely say that they are.
But
it's not. I'm just.
It doesn't give me the same. I see what you're saying, but it doesn't give me and it is graphic, but it doesn't give me the same icky feelings as like the mother and son dancing in Sleepwalkers, and then they go to the bedroom.
For sure, it is not that, but it just wanted to throw it out there because yes, it's a great body count. They are great body count movies. It's just mayhem, but also
gross.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Briggs. He's got some sand in his no-no place. He's like, oh, but also, Bo says, don't trust Briggs' recommendations, guys. What the hell did I recommend that's, outright crazy? My fans agree with me, Briggs. Nobody agrees with you. Don't be jelly. So, let's see here. JK says the Wrong Turn franchise and Children of the Corn is filled with no Oscar winners, but they will all keep you entertained. Totally agreed. Welcome home, everything horror collector. How's it going, bro? Tonight we're doing some special goals, dude. $10. I'll share an embarrassing story. Anna's already shared hers.
Yeah, you already missed my embarrassing story.
Yeah. We had to calm down the lynch mob for her sister after that. Oh my God, what a traumatic story. JP wants to know, has the Talk Horror fans watched Weird and Wonderful, and if so, what did they think of it? I would love to know those opinions as well.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. Chad Edmonds said, so it's a Alabama horror movie. I said what I said. Chad, get with the program. It's West Virginia.
I missed all of that.
He's referring to the Wrong Turn franchise, I imagined.
No, I missed your read.
Oh, MX wants to know, have we watched Centipede? I imagine you're talking about the Human Centipede.
Oh.
If so, yes, no. I have. Anna will not.
No. Michael Richardson wants to know, he just watched Jeepers Creepers Reborn. He was expecting a little more gore, but the jump scares were perfect. What did you two think? I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it either, have you?
No.
We haven't watched it.
No, I haven't. No, I'm scared of that.
And here I said I couldn't get embarrassed. And it's been happening over and over again.
Yeah, Sharon says she won't watch it either, the Human Centipede movie, so...
Yeah, ugh.
Let's see here.
Ooh, Chad Edmonds wants to know, if Heather O'Rourke had not died the way she did, do you believe she would have gotten into producing and or directing?
So for those of you that don't know, Heather O'Rourke was the little girl who played Carol Ann in the Poltergeist films. Damn! Everything Horror Collector with the $100, my boy in here! Damn! Taking it to the extremes. It's because we held up the cups.
Because we're rocking our mugs, right?
Presented to you by Everything Horror Collector. Holy mackerel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We love you.
Oh my God. Yeah, we totally do.
Yeah.
And just for that, Everything Horror Collector, because I highly doubt anyone is going to top you. If by the end of the stream... you're still the top donor, you can ask us literally anything, and we'll do our best to answer.
No matter how embarrassing.
No matter how embarrassing, whatever.
All right, so do we want to finish up Chad's question, and then you can tell your embarrassing story?
I done forgot Chad's question.
Heather O'Rourke.
Heather O'Rourke. Okay, so...
you would hope so.
Chad wants to know, if Heather O'Rourke, had she not died as a child, if she would have got into producing or directing?
Yeah. You know, I would love to say yes, but the problem is do most child actors get into producing and directing? Not really.
Well, we know...
but it would have been awesome if she had.
Ron Howard did. He was a child actor, and he became a legendary director.
True.
You may as well say. But at the same time, you have people like Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Woods, although these people aren't directing anything
I don't think Elijah Wood is directing. He's still acting, though. A lot of these people don't even keep acting as they
that is a really
become adults, though.
That is a really hard question to answer. I would say more statistically, she would have been more likely to grow up and be an alcoholic or do drugs.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad, but it's, if we're, it's nice to think that she would have grown up and been a horror producer or director, but what we've seen with most child stars,
things go horribly
awry because they're so young and they're typically pushed into this arena.
Yeah, and just exposed to things they should never be exposed to, let alone exposed to that young.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore is the exception.
Oh yeah, but she talks very openly about all the struggles she had. So
absolutely. So I hope Shad. I would like to believe that.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it's just, you never know.
Yeah. It's an interesting question, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so Everything Horror Collector has come through with his question. Now, Everything Horror Collector, is this your final question for the night? For the 100 buckarooskies? Or is this just a general question? That is the question.
Well, tell your embarrassing story, and then we'll ask. We'll find out.
My embarrassing story. And you guys will have to tell me if I've told this before. Now, I do not get embarrassed, really.
Shy, we are not, in case you guys haven't noticed.
No. Have I told them the Hatchet 2 story?
Yes. Yeah, you have. It's a really great story, though.
Okay, it is a great story.
But you have...
But I don't know if it would count. Is there anyone in here who wants to hear the Hatchet story? Give the thumbs up, and that will count as my embarrassing. If not, then I'm going to have to do
If you don't remember what it was, it involved me and the film Hatchet 2.
Yes.
If that helps at all?
Okay, Everything Horror Collector said yes, final question. I will get to that Everything Horror Collector. After I tell my embarrassing story, because your donation went to unlocking that achievement. Okay, so the Hatchet 2 story. Now, first off, we have to give you a little bit of backstory about Anna. Now, Anna is... She's wonderful. I love her to death. Magical.
Amazing.
Yeah, so... Anna, since she has been here, has been exposed to a lot of horror. She was not a huge horror fan. She liked horror movies, but she wasn't like us, we'll say.
Right.
Definitely not like me.
And I had like a definite wheelhouse. You know what I mean? I like paranormal. I love movies with exorcisms in them. Yeah. Being a Catholic. You know what I mean?
For instance, she doesn't like people-on-people horror. She does like the slashers and stuff like that because it's essentially monsters chasing people.
Right, they really do.
But your favorite is paranormal stuff because that's not human-on-human. You know, like serial killers you're not a fan of, or stuff like Dr. Sleep, or stuff like that where they're preying on children.
If I have to hear babies screaming, I really don't like that.
So that being said, and I'm getting to it, folks. But the backstory here is important. So me and Anna, and this is also giving you a look behind the curtain too. We had some issues when we first got together because of this. Because you also, in addition to all that gore and all that killing and all that blood and mayhem and violence and love, you were not used to the amount of nudity.
To the amount of gratuitous nudity. Because I want to just be clear with everybody. I don't mind a good sex scene.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind a good sex scene.
Yeah.
That's very different, though. Two people having a sex scene versus just...
So she's not a huge fan of a lot of horror, because what she considers gratuitous is not what I consider gratuitous.
No, not at all. I mean, the genre thrives on it almost.
So, I'm painting the portrait here, Chad. Yeah. I'm painting the portrait, brother.
Y'all know who I am now, all right?
Yeah, so we had a lot of problems over that. And then
I'm a little sensy. Okay?
Yeah, you were a lot more when we've worked on it, and we're doing great.
Yeah. I mean, we were in a brand new relationship.
We were.
Y'all. Yeah.
So she has a weekly game night with her family members.
Yeah.
And while she was...
Could we paint me as a bigger geek?
That's true. But while she was doing this, but while she was participating in this game night, I believe she was sitting at the kitchen table.
I was.
And from our kitchen table, you can see into our living room and you can see the television.
Yes.
I did not have a weekly game. I didn't know what the hell I was going to do while she's playing games. So I was like, I'm going to watch a horror movie because I'll just turn horror movies on and let them play no matter what I'm doing. They really calm me down. They soothe me.
Yeah.
That horror movie that day happened to be Hatchet 2.
Yeah.
And she's sitting at the kitchen table on her laptop, and she can see the TV, And, you know, I'm not thinking anything about it. I've turned on Hatchet 2 30 times in my lifetime. And I'm walking around doing other stuff while Hatchet 2 plays. I walk back into the living room. So I'm facing this way. She's facing this way. So we're facing each other. You know, she's a little off to the side there. And she's just over there and she's like looking at me. And all of a sudden, while she's playing these games, she's just like she pulled her shirt up.
I did not pull my shirt up.
You did not. You mimed pulling your shirt up.
I mimed pulling my shirt up.
And making like these stupid faces.
Like, what is out
And
there?
I pulled my shirt up, literally.
Literally pulled his shirt
and
up.
started dancing around too, just playing with her back.
Right.
And I was making
He thought I was asking for it.
Yeah, I thought she wanted some of the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? I thought she wanted the good stuff, you know? I mean, hey, come on. Hey. And then she's like... and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I turn around and look, and there is just nudity all over the TV. There's chicks.
There was like a full naked woman, like, just rolling around on the sheets, spirals, just full. You can see everything.
But it was, to be fair, it was not gratuitous. It was John Carl Buechler. He found a video camera that happened to have some of that
gratuitous.
Stuff. You know, but, you know, that was pretty.
But it embarrassed him. I don't know why, but it did. Yeah.
Because I was like.
He was just in it. He's like, yeah, she wants me to take my clothes off.
That was like a movie scene.
Yeah, it was.
It was like a movie scene. I thought she was playing with me and I was playing back.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, Trav, he's like, looks like I got here just at the right time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you did, brother. MX, no, I have not watched The Medium. I need to. Okay, so everything Horror Collector, to get to your story, his question, which he spent $100 on, I want to reiterate how awesome you are, my dear friend. He wants to know what the last movie was that made me cry and why. And
was it Butterfly Effect?
Oh my god,
So we just watched
Did
it 2
Butterfly
weeks ago.
Effect?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
Okay, so
I'd be surprised if it didn't, but it might not have because you've seen it a number of times.
Well, but
that doesn't stop you.
Yes. So here's the thing. I very, very, very rarely cry. But something that gets me that is really weird, I don't know why.
Titanic.
No. You've never seen me cry during Titanic. No, you haven't. No. Something that's really weird that gets me is when there is beautiful moments in movies or beautiful writing. Mm-hmm. Like, beautiful writing really gets me, even if it's not necessarily sad. Like, there's episodes of The Twilight Zone that will make me cry, like In Praise of Pip.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that one will get me, or One for the Angels will get me. The Exorcist, you know, so everything Horror Collector, man, you know, I can't give you a definitive answer. I can tell you a definite last one was The Exorcist.
Yeah, I was going to say guaranteed you cried the last time we watched The Exorcist.
I cry every time I watch that movie, and there are multiple scenes, like I said, that may not even be sad, but they're just so beautifully written or beautifully presented or all of the above that just hit something in me where I'm like, oh my god. You know, when Father Marin is up on the cliff and you have him on one side and you have Pazuzu, the statue of Pazuzu, on the other, and they're facing each other, that just, I've got chills right now. That just nails me. It's like, oh my god, these guys are doing battle, and this is just an old man and he will not back down for anything.
Yeah.
You know, when he shows up at the house and he gets out of the taxi, and the look on Reagan's face acknowledging that Father Marin
has arrived,
yeah. And that demon knows that motherfucker's ready for battle.
Yeah.
That gets me. when Damien is trying to explain to Father Merrin all the personalities that Reagan has manifested, and Father Merrin just coolly says,
"There's only one."
That gets me.
Yeah.
That movie makes me cry at so many different points, and like I said, they may not necessarily be sad, but they'll make me cry.
Don't ask me that question.
Yeah, don't ask Anna that question. I showed her shit when she first got here, speaking of. Maybe that could be the next donation goal. I showed her stuff that I thought was hilarious, and I had to sit there and watch her cry.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was still figuring you out.
Yeah, see, there's a lot. It's interesting. Like, we had been friends for 10 years, but there was still a lot of figuring out to do.
But everything Horror Collector, not to, it could have been, like, not to, cheap out on you. It could have been The Exorcist. That's a definite. But I don't know if that was the last one. It may have been a scene in The Butterfly Effect, like when he holds up the letter and says, "I'll come back for you." That shit nails me among some other stuff, but also The Notebook. Mm-hmm. The Notebook. We recently watched that. We actually watched that after The Butterfly Effect. That may have got me at a point maybe when If You're a Bird, I'm a Bird.
Oh, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
That may have gotten me.
I love that part.
So, there you go, brother. Hell of an answer for you for one hell of a donation, dude. Oh my god. Here we go. You go ahead and cover the next one. I'm going to set up our next donation goal, and it's going to be a good one. Watch this. And once again, thank you so much, everything Horror Collector. You are a beast. And I hope that answer is satisfying. If not, throw another question my way, dude.
All right, I'm scrolling back up just to see. It's, we're doing our best to try to keep up, but I totally feel like we have to have missed something somewhere along the way.
So the new donation goal that's up, $10. Steven shares a secret.
Ooh.
$10, and I will expose myself. Not like that, but some deep dark secret I've been harboring. Oh my god.
All right, a burning landfill wants to know, Talk Horror, Cannibal Holocaust or Twitch of the Death Nerve?
Who asked that?
Most shudder-inducing, a burning landfill of old...
a burning landfill of bad movies. I have not seen Twitch of the Death Nerve, but Cannibal Holocaust is really good. I really like Cannibal Holocaust. I thought they did the found footage angle very well. And it's also any movie where a director, along with his cast, is pulled into a courtroom to prove that these people are alive, you did a really good job with your movie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Trav Zimmerman says, I have never seen The Notebook. Brother, you need to see... Don't watch the HBO Max version. Because they changed the ending, but you need to find The Notebook with the original ending, man. I don't know.
Good date night.
Yeah, get it on DVD or Blu-ray or something. As far as I'm aware, it has those have the original ending, and watch that because I promise you won't forget it.
Chad Edmonds wants to know, what do you think about a horror movie where a female antagonist drinks a few buzzballs and goes on a serial murdering spree? I think it would sell, because those buzzballs can make someone go crazy. Let's run it, Chad.
Yes. Well, me and Anna have been discussing producing our own horror film very soon. So, and it might be not quite right up that alley, but it not too far off either.
All right, Samuel Stokes wants to know, are you a big fan of The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips and Jeff Kober? I have not seen that.
Oh, Samuel Stokes, are you still here with us, brother man? That is a really good question, and
have you seen it?
I've seen it, and I'm going to tell you...
It sounds like vaguely familiar. I'm just kind of...
what the hell is it called again? Because I need to remember the name.
The First Power?
The First Power. I seen it when I was probably 5 years old. I caught it on television, and I think it was some television. It may have been on video. I'm not sure. And all I remember is somebody with like a fan and somebody coming at them with like a creepy mask and a chainsaw.
Oh.
And now that I've grown older, I've looked it up and I've learned that movie was called The First Power. Like I said, I remember watching it when I was like 5. And I need to watch it again. So I can't tell you if it's good or not, but I really want to watch it again. That's cool, man. Something from my past I need to really figure out.
To revisit?
Everything Horror Collector donated 10 buckarooskies. He wants to know what my secret is.
I want to know what your secret is.
Okay, so okay. There's tons, but okay, I'll share one.
You have tons of secrets?
Probably.
Is your heart an ocean of
My
secrets?
heart is an ocean of secrets.
His heart is an ocean of secrets.
Oh my god. Okay. Have I ever shared with you, if I haven't shared it with you, I haven't shared it with them. Have I ever shared with you the story of... No, there's no way I can say this without giving anything away. Okay, so, when I was a kid, we're talking little Steve, we're talking elementary school Steve. If I got sick at school, somebody just had a backfire or a major blowout on the road, I can't tell. Yep. When I would... Damn. Okay,
something's
maybe
happening
it's
up
gunshots.
On the road. Yeah.
They have found me. Okay, so when I was elementary school Steve, and I would get sick, sometimes my grandma wouldn't be able to come and pick me up, and neither would my grandpa. They were at work. And one time, my aunt, or maybe my uncle, had to come pick me up. Either way, I went back to their house. Mm-hmm. And they were cooking. And I went into my little cousin's bedroom, and I was playing on their game system. Mm-hmm. I wasn't feeling good, blah, blah, blah. I came home from school early and nothing to do.
Yeah.
And my uncle comes in. Mm-hmm. And he hands me this circle. It's a piece of food.
Okay.
And it's just a little thin circle. And I'm like, what's this? And he told me it was a cookie.
Oh, no.
And he left the room. And I was like, okay. And after he left, I was playing my game wherever. After he left, I took a bite out of that cookie.
Uh-huh.
It was a fried piece of squash.
Is that a secret?
And, well...
Okay.
Not done.
Okay.
It was a fried piece of squash.
Ugh, that would get you.
Now it was a fried piece of squash with a bite taken out of it.
Right.
And I know we've all done this. We've all been handed a cup or something by our parents or blah, blah, blah. And we're expecting...
One thing.
We're expecting this to be Sprite.
Uh-huh.
And then it could be water. And you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or you could be like, oh, man, I want a taste of that Coke or Dr. Pepper. And then it's iced tea. And you're like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, totally.
Just because it's not what you're expecting. I was expecting a cookie. I got squash. It was nasty.
Right.
It was even nastier than normal, and I'd never tried squash.
Right, but up to
that point.
You think it's a cookie, and you think it's sweet, and you get savory. It's weird.
And I was a little kid,
moment.
and I didn't want to tell them, I guess, that I didn't like it.
Okay.
So I threw it under my cousin's bed and left it there. And I have no clue what the hell ever happened to that piece of squash.
That's such a cute secret, because that's like the most harmless little secret ever.
Yeah, I don't know if he got in trouble for it or she, because it was both my cousin's room.
Yeah,
they were little too.
Yeah,
but I threw that I frisbeed it under the bed, man.
If little kids get in trouble for every piece of food they drop or whatever, it's nightmare, right? There's you would just assume a piece of food got dropped,
Yeah.
I would. I don't know. Maybe I'm a pushover.
Well, yeah, because now when you think about it and, all the shit that happened, I remember my little cousin one time, he went to sleep on an entire egg. They used to come in eggs. They probably still do, of silly putty. Remember those?
Yeah.
He went to sleep on an entire egg of silly putty and woke up and his whole side of his head was green.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah,
yeah, kids.
In relation to that.
Yeah.
You know.
I know, it's like really tempting to like sell Necro out right now because...
Yeah, my squash under the bed is not a big deal.
No, it immediately made me think of like, so for those of you who don't know, our buddy Necro is my brother. And
yeah.
My mom used to eat just the cream out of Oreos.
Oh my god.
And she would find like the cookies like under his stash.
Oh, Necro!
In his bedroom, under the bed, whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this is a thing kids do. So it's really, that's why I'm like, what a cute secret. Like, yeah, kids do that. Like,
okay, we need probably, I'm willing to throw up one more goal.
Okay.
So I'm willing to take some votes here. For the last goal of the night. Everything Horror Collector is making sure we share all of our dirty laundry. Do we want, for a goal, share a horror memory, a funny childhood story, another embarrassing moment, and a moment of anger? I don't know. I need ideas here for our next goal. This is a Q&A, Chad, or we totally would, man.
What did Chad say?
He's like, you gotta show the ponytail finally. MX says, did you know that the Conjuring house is 8 times scarier than the movie? I'd love to find out. I'd love to go there and check that out.
Probably, man.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need a good one. I mean...
A final goal?
The final destination. Hey, we'll catch you later, everything Horror Collector. Thank you, brother, man.
Thank you so much for coming in, EHC, and thank you for your support. We love you, man.
That's what we could do. The most embarrassing date, or the most...
That we've ever had?
Or...
Have we had an embarrassing date?
No. We're pretty good with each other, but... Yeah, I don't know. Most embarrassing... Who knows?
We need some ideas.
I know. Because Chad said the details of the first date. I don't know if he's ready for that, babe. When we shared that chicken strip basket and...
Yeah, is that... Because I was just wondering, like, what counts as our first date? If it's in... Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been that, because we went and saw the falls.
Yeah.
And...
Well, yeah, now you're sharing the details.
Well, damn, that's a freebie. See, you guys got a freebie. Most embarrassing grocery store debacle. Oh my god.
Jonas, I would wear Anna's outfit. In fact, I can. Jonas, so let's be twinning.
Do it, Jonas. Put on Anna's outfit, damn it.
Twinning.
He does. He has the same shirt and the same jacket. I want to see it, Jonas.
Let's do it.
God, I could probably...
Lipstick and everything, too. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Jonas. Let's do it, baby. I haven't got to check out the new Last of Us show, so you guys will have to... wait on that one, sadly.
Oh, shoot. I, was scrolling and it, jumped. So I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Thank you, Chad. I appreciate the ideas. If anyone else has some ideas, throw them one out. We'll do them. I can tell you... God, the most embarrassing grocery store debacle. I don't know.
Sharon wants to know if she can be an extra in our movie. Sure.
Hell yeah. Please.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have been thinking of it. We'd probably have to do a Kickstarter to make that happen, or fucking, I'm gonna have to talk to some people about financing or something, but
yeah,
to see, because we have some pretty grand ideas.
Yeah. Nate wants to know, how do you even produce a film? So there's a lot of things that go into the production of a film. There are many different types of producers, Nate. Some of them just contribute money.
Yeah, that's your executive producers.
Some of them are actually hands-on in putting together, like, the director and the crew and everybody who's working on the film.
Yeah, so, and then, you know, your producer, okay, so your executive producers, whenever you see that in the credits, that's pretty much the person who, that's the money man or the money woman. They are contributing financially. And then your producers, you know, when you see your regular producers in the credits, they're people that they make sure the production goes as smoothly as possible.
Yeah. They're like the managers.
Yes. They want to keep those executive producers happy.
Yeah. The administrators, right? Like, they're doing the hiring and the firing and the...
Yeah.
Orchestrating the whole thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, let's see here.
Trav has seen The Power, but he doesn't remember it. But he does remember liking it.
Yeah.
Let's see... Oh gosh, Sharon, Chad says he wants in on the movie. He would be the old mountain man role with his hair and beard.
What is it?
Chad wants to be in the movie too.
Oh!
He wants to be the scary old mountain man.
Oh my god, that would totally work, Chad. That would be badass. Chad could be our harbinger.
Oh, cool.
Nobody lives in these woods and come out to tell about it.
Okay. I think I'm starting to catch up.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Shenanigans.
Yes, Briggs is the one who dies.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously. Briggs is the first death of the movie. And the last death, because we want to kill him twice. We hate him so much. We love you, Briggs. Secretly, we love you. I wouldn't know what to do without you. Dang it.
Okay, so this is where Chad is giving us ideas for the next goal, which is most embarrassing grocery store debacle and details of the first date. It jumped. Well, that was embarrassing. Are they the people the Karens want to see?
I don't understand that question.
Me neither. We're killing Briggs. Yeah. I don't think anybody's got any more questions, man.
Okay, well, you know what? Our new goal is $10. We share a kiss and we get the hell out of here. That's it.
Nobody wants to see that. Come on.
Maybe not, but hey, I'm selling us out.
All right, what else have we got for everybody? What anything new since last time we were on with everybody? We got you to watch The Ghost in the Darkness.
I did,
It was
and I liked
recommended
it.
by a number of people in the stream.
Yes, I really liked it. We have watched the trailer for The Pope's Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard for me to take Exorcist movies very seriously after seeing The Greatest. It's the same thing with shark movies. It's like, I've already seen Jaws. What can you do?
That doesn't stop him from watching all of the shark movies.
That's true. They are fun. But The Pope's Exorcist looks...
Yeah.
I noticed the kid totally had the demon's voice, the old man demon voice from The Conjuring 2. Did you notice that?
Well, I didn't notice the
What
British...
are you doing in my house?
I don't think it was that bad, but I gotcha.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so we watched that. And the new...
I'm interested in it. I'm more interested in the real story because it is based on...
yeah.
True events.
The new Resident Evil 4 remake
That's what
looks
we're really excited about.
amazing.
So good.
Yes.
And that's what we spend a lot of our time doing.
Yes.
Is playing Resident Evil games together. So.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
we're really excited about that. Is anybody else excited? Does anybody else play the Resident Evil games or any of the other horror video games? Horror?
Yeah. So it's going to be wicked. Like, that's what we should have made the stream goal, is to get a damn PlayStation 5 and Resident Evil 4. Because, oh my god, I would be willing to stream our entire gameplay of that.
Oh my god. So it's coming out right around my birthday.
Yeah.
We can make it my birthday stream goal.
Yes, a PlayStation 5 and Resident Evil 4.
Yay!
That would be so ungodly fun.
Show Clown Kane.
Show Clown Kane. JP, I haven't had the chance to repair it yet.
He hasn't glued the head. The lights all work. So it's functioning, but the head is still, we haven't glued the head back on. We need to buy glue.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
We shop this weekend.
JK, I have not seen The Cleansing Hour. Chad, did you see my question about Friday the 13th, a movie from Elias's perspective? I didn't see that question, but I know at the end of Friday the 13th Part 6, originally they were going to have Elias Voorhees, Jason Voorhees' father, show up at his son's grave. I say that because now we know that poor Hoss is in the grave and Jason's floating around the bottom of Camp Crystal Lake. Yeah. But let's see here. IMLMNOP says, I still need to play the Dead Space remake. You and me too, brother. I really want to play that because I know John Carpenter loves it. Daughter of Death says, I'm waiting for Silent Hill 2 remake and Silent Hill F. Me too. Chad Edmonds wants to know what email to get a hold of me. TalkHorror@gmail.com.
Want me to type it in?
Yeah, go ahead and type that on in. All right, folks. We are going to start winding this thing down. We've been on here for over an hour. An hour and 20 minutes, actually. So we're going to start bringing this down. We've hit a lot of goals tonight. Yeah. If there's any last questions, feel free to share them with us right now. And our last goal is still up. We can still hit that 10 buckarooskies. And we kiss before we peace on out of here. Other Talk Horror news?
We might anyway.
Yeah, you never know about us. Other Talk Horror goals, or Talk Horror news.
We've got some big stuff coming up in March, right? Not just the Resident Evil 4 coming out. We've got Scream 6 coming out.
Scream 6.
You've got some special guests coming in March.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes. So the original plan, folks, was we were going to have a guest on tonight's stream. Unfortunately, what happened, and they weren't able to make it. Saturday, I was supposed to have a guest lined up, but communication has had a breakthrough with them. Breakthrough, oh my god, has had a breakdown with them. Unfortunately, I am canceling that because if I haven't heard from them by now...
Oh yeah, it's too hard to plan
It's too hard to plan that out. I'm so sorry for that, folks. But it was going to be a bonus stream anyway.
Yeah.
So I do have guests lined up. I am talking to some other people. We are going to get them on here.
Some directors,
we're talking
some
horror
actors.
directors. We're talking actors and actresses. We're talking grips, electrics. We're talking, oh my god, what else? Everything.
Yeah.
Other YouTubers.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You've got.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen too. It's gonna be fun.
Patty Heckman, love you. Have a great night, and thank you all for your donation. I will holler at you soon. JK, thanks for the stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much, JK. You are awesome, my dude. MX wants to know, can I be in the movie you're making? Yeah.
We'd love it.
We would love that. Heck yeah. And it is going to be a good one. John Heckman, love you, brother. Take care. Might holler at you soon too, you know. I'm hollering at everybody tonight. Chad's got my email.
Just holler at everybody.
Patty and John's, I need to hit y'all up. Hey, thank you, Trav. You're great too, brother.
Thanks, Trav.
Let's see here. Will Randy Meeks return in a flash? I don't know, Billy Judd. Probably not. He's dead. He's dead.
Well, she's asked in a flashback.
Yeah, in a flashback.
Perhaps.
They'd have to artificially intelligence his ass in there because Jamie Kennedy's like 30 years older now.
But it would be a flashback. They could use the old footage and just be a flashback.
Well, I mean, they would probably, at this point, if they haven't already, they would probably want something new. Yeah. Kind of like they're doing with Indiana Jones, how they had to AI him younger. Mm-hmm. You know. No, I would say he's gone, man. I would say they are slowly going to phase out your legacy characters and create new. And I know that's a little bit weird to say, considering they're bringing like Hayden Panettiere back, but Nev Campbell's gone.
Yeah.
Dewey David Arquette is gone.
It looks like we're losing Courtney Cox this round too.
Very possibly. So I would say that they're going to do a phase out, man, and create some new legacy characters.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, flashback to his corpse, Daughter of Death. There we go. Yeah, Chad Edmonds, was he dead or was it the twin trope? Well, we kind of got that with his sister when she showed up in part... Well, hell, that was like part 2. It was later on in part 2, right? Or was it part 3? I can't even remember now. It all just blends together after a while. But, yeah, and Cotton Weary's gone. Poor Cotton. I was a 100% Cotton fan, too.
All Cotton all the time.
All Cotton all the time, baby. All right, my friends. Hey, thank y'all so much for coming in.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
We're going to get some dessert, play some Resident Evil 6.
Yes!
And then watch some Golden Girls, because Anna is a huge Golden Girls fan. That was her secret. She would have shared it with y'all, but...
Look, these folks are all on to you by now, man. He loves his old lady shows, man. The first year I was here, we were watching Mama's Family. Now he's got me watching Golden Girls. He loves his old lady shows.
I'm a psychopath. What can I say?
It's cute.
I'm a psychopath. Hey, you know.
It's cute.
And you know what? You better be good to me, or I will throw squash under your bed.
I guess, yeah. Lord only knows what else.
DOD wants to watch us play. We want you to watch us play, but we're too tired to be on camera. We're going to slip into some pajamas and... You know, I might flash Anna in the kitchen.
Yes!
Yes, DOD, get over here. Screw it. That's it. You're our sister wife anyway. You can move in. We're done with Briggs. Get over here and come watch Mama's Family, Golden Girls, and play Resident Evil with us. We're living our best lives.
Yeah, bye, Briggs.
Bye, Briggs. Later, dude.
We stole your woman.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right, man. Hey. Y'all take care. Bye, Briggs, too. Love you, brother. Thanks for putting up with me, man. It's all in good fun.
Right,
hey, y'all take care. We love you. Chad, you have a good night, brother, man.
Night, everybody.
Thank y'all so much for the support. MX, thank you for being here the whole time. All right. Y'all take care.
Bye.
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 No, bye.